Just as Skeleton Crew is releasing and Lucasfilm needs to get a big win, Disney has dealt a devastating blow. Manny Jacinto says they're considering Acolyte Season 2. But that's not all. In the midst of all that, Lee Jung-jae, the star of The Acolyte, gets very, we believe, confused and says people are being mean to Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. Folks, it's a dumpster fire you won't believe unless you watch the video. We'll bring it to you right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we handle the zanies and the crazies in a way that you just cannot possibly get any other way than coming here. Folks, we ask that you click the like button. We're going to dive in to a new disaster in the making for Disney. And that is, of course, that everything to do with The Acolyte, despite the fact that it's gone, despite the fact that Skeleton Crew is out and Disney needs to shout out that it's good, they can't get there because Leslye Headland's Acolyte continues to make news. It's dead, it's buried, and yet it won't go away. Folks, get ready. Click the like button. Here we go. From That Park Place, the website that you should be bookmarked to, will The Acolyte get a second season? Star Wars star hints that canceled Leslye Headland series could return. This is by Marvin Montanaro. You know him. Will The Acolyte get a second season? While Deadline confirmed that Lucasfilm had canned the widely panned Leslye Headland show, series actor Manny Jacinto believes there's still a chance it could return. Speaking at a Collider panel at the San Francisco Fan Expo, Jacinto, who plays the stranger Khmer in the series, was asked about the brief appearance of Darth Plagueis in the show's final episode. Specifically, he was asked whether there was a connection with his character and the Emperor's long-dead Sith master. Oh man, that's a tough question, Jacinto said. They're not connected. They're definitely not. Oh man, how do I answer that? How do I answer it? What time is it? There are definitely a lot of different theories. Like, who is he? Because we never actually know his true identity. Is Khmer's name actually Khmer? Then he goes on to dangle a carrot in front of the show's minuscule fan base, who have been extremely vocal since its cancellation, but clearly don't exist in enough volume to justify a return. We definitely wanted to explore it, Jacinto continued. There was definitely going to be more of Plagueis in the second, or if not the third seasons of the show. But I just can't say because, we could come back.
Oh my.
I don't want to spoil anything or give anybody any false hope, but I would just say there was a lot more to explore for sure.
That's more of a threat than a promise, I think.
I definitely think so. Gentlemen, I got to say, having Manny Jacinto come out and say to the crowd, hey, don't you ask me too specific of a question because we might make another Acolyte season. Listen, this show was canceled immediately after the finale. There is no way this is coming back, surely. Marvin, what do you know? You did the article. What do you know about this?
I mean, I really don't think this is going to be much of anything. I think that he was just kind of dropping breadcrumbs. If there was any hope for this, any hope at all, I feel like more people will be talking about it. This just kind of seems like one of those things that just gets said. I think I say in the article, it's kind of one of those, like, anything can happen in Hollywood. Like, one of those, like, weird things that they try to do. Like
the removal of the male lead of the Snow White film. Those kind of things where people just say them as opposed to actually meaning them. I did this film, or sorry, this show, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up costing $300 million when the final UK tax documents finally come out. This is also a show that didn't make a lot of money for Disney as far as ad revenue on Disney Plus or have much viewership on Disney Plus. It's kind of funny. Agatha actually popped into the Nielsen ratings on the last day of the season there, and they actually did prove that it was the number one show on Disney Plus under Bluey for that period. But I don't think Acolyte got anything like that. I mean, nobody watched this show.
Well, it's a strange thing. So you've got Skeleton Crew coming out right now, and that's what we're about to review. And at the same time, Manny Jacinto is out there saying, "Oh, well, we might get another season of The Acolyte," and I don't think that is correctly reading the room, because I don't know if you all have noticed, but the mood in Hollywood and the mood in the consumer base has shifted dramatically following the election. And I cannot see any way whatsoever that they're going to say, you know what, in this post-election world, let's get Leslye Headland back. Let's get Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant back. Let's do it. But gentlemen, it gets worse if you can believe it.
Oh my.
Are you ready for this?
Please.
Dun, 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 dun. Discussing Film has one from Vanity Fair. Now, this is behind a paywall. And folks, we have an ethical requirement that we place on ourselves that we not go behind paywalls, because then we're kind of defeating the purpose of the paywall, right? They want to make money. And how do they want to make money? Well, you got to pay to read the thing. And here we are talking about it, but we're not going to read it. So, doesn't matter. We're getting the good stuff anyway. Here's what it says from Discussing Film. Lee Jung-jae says he was shocked by some of the racist backlash to The Acolyte. My feelings were hurt, he says. By the way, this came out December 2nd. It's hot. It's fresh. My feelings were hurt, he said. I can only have faith that racism will end someday, even though it's going to be hard.
Well, he can barely speak English, so
he
probably didn't understand what people were saying.
Well, there's actually a really good point there. I wonder how much of this is he actually witnessed racism, or how much of it was he was being told by the publicists and the people from Lucasfilm that the situation was bad. Because this would imply that he has a complete understanding of American culture, and also the have enough media literacy in the United States to understand what was genuine and what was the bizarre propaganda wall that Lucasfilm was putting up about this. Also, the fact that one of his co-stars released a rap video antagonizing anyone that disliked her or anyone that wasn't a fan of, well, George Floyd. As ridiculous as that sounds, trying to put that into the conversation. She's the one who did, not us.
I think it's almost a situation where he was like, well, why aren't we doing a season 2? And they were like, racism. And he was like, oh, okay.
Well, good. That's probably true. But here's the funny thing about this. Remember, we said we don't read things that are behind a paywall? And then we read the synopsis that someone else had put out there, AKA Discussing Film. Well, what if I told you that we don't have to go behind Variety's paywall because, well, gosh darn it, Screen Rant did it for us, and we'll just read what Screen Rant has to say. And by the way, it's a great lesson for those out there. Maybe just don't do the paywall articles, because they don't work. Because people like Screen Rant, awful, terrible people like Screen Rant do this. And then we, as innocent bystanders, are forced, I tell you, to read the Screen Rant version. We don't want to do it, Variety. We're being forced against our will. All right, here's the article from Screen Rant that borrows from Variety. It's by Molly Brazel. Following racist backlash from The Acolyte, which is not presented here as reported, alleged, or anything else. It's just factual. Star Lee Jung-jae has chosen to remain positive, instead focusing on his hopes for the Star Wars fandom's future. This past summer, The Acolyte became the center of controversy, like the Star Wars fandom had never seen before. Oh,
never.
From review bombing, oh, good grief, to lore arguments, oh, that's racist, that even led to a massive Wikipedia scandal. Much of this controversial backlash was rooted in racism. Oh, Molly, particularly due to The Acolyte's diverse cast of characters. Unfortunately, this kind of backlash is nothing new for Star Wars, but Master Soul actor Jung-jae is still choosing hope, as opposed to propaganda, which Molly is full of. While speaking to Vanity Fair, which Molly borrowed from, because Molly is a virtuous individual who writes for Screen Rant and puts all of us on the moral pathway and would never borrow content from something from behind a paywall. Good job, Molly. While speaking to Vanity Fair, Jonas, do you see what I'm doing there? Have I had fun at Molly's expense, Jonas?
Yeah. I think I think we're all playing along here.
I'm just Molly is so virtuous that I'm trying to follow her lead. Okay, that's
I personally am trying to have a Molly Jolly Christmas.
I think she might bristle at the idea that she stole anything.
Jung-jae was honest about how the backlash made him feel, sharing that my feelings were hurt. I want to do this in the voice, but I won't. Especially for Leslye Headland.
See, he had me because I'm like, I don't want to hurt Lee Jung-jae's feelings, but then he's like, especially for Leslye Headland, and I'm like, oh, I don't care.
Guys, this is beautiful. My feelings were hurt, especially for the personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay. See, that's a whole different thing right there. I thought they were talking about the Amanda Stenberg situation.
No, Jonas, people are being racist against the personal assistant, the white Stewie, the white personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, that's not how racism works.
Jonas, let me go back to the original story we started with. Folks, we will do the Skeleton Crew review, we promise. Okay? Let's all remember what was coming out today. The Acolyte might get a second season, according to Manny Jacinto. Hey, Disney. Dear Disney, you want back in this? You want back in this? Do you want back into having Molly tell us all how bad it was that people hurt poor Leslye Headland's feelings? Come on, Disney, give us a second season. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. We all want to do it.
I mean, really, we owe it to Leslye Headland, don't we? Like, she's supposed, it's her destiny. Like, that's kind of how they make it sound a lot of the times. Like, it's my destiny to be rich. It's my destiny to be famous. It's my destiny to be on your TV. And if you don't like the things that I do, well, then you're denying me my dream. And we're apparently supposed to care about that as paying customers.
This is perhaps the greatest story ever told. That Lee Jung-jae was told that racism destroyed the Acolyte, and he understood it so poorly that he thought that the white woman was being attacked for racism, but she's also Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant.
To be fair, that might happen in Korea.
It's the greatest story ever. On the same day that they're trying to push, they might do another season. And Disney has to look at this, and Disney has to say, no, we would never, ever, ever want to touch this again.
I think Disney,
don't want to touch this again.
I think Disney would say it, but I'm not convinced Lucasfilm would say, no, we're never doing another one of these again. I think Lucasfilm, and we'll talk about this during the Skeleton Crew review. I think that Lucasfilm has a taste issue that they really need to work through.
Well, let me say, The Acolyte is the biggest dumpster fire I have ever seen. And every time we go back to say, is it done yet? Is it just smoldering yet? It's like, no. Somehow it's found extra kerosene. It is a raging inferno, greater every time you go to look at it than it was before. It's amazing. That's the story, folks. Good luck, Manny Jacinto. And we're sorry that the mean old pale-skinned people are attacking Leslye Headland, who herself is pale-skinned. For racism. We're sorry. Like BP, we're sorry. And folks, we have come to the end. Yet another video of excellence in the can. And we've had a fun time doing it. Folks, if you enjoyed this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those pesky algorithms. And we would surely appreciate it if you would drop a comment down below. Join a community dialogue today. Folks, on the way out the door, share this out on your favorite social media networks. Stick around for the floral ad, and we'll see you real soon, hopefully on the Pro Show. Check out our Skeleton Crew review coming soon to you as well. And we bid you adieu this way. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Well, you see, I wanted to get some inside scoops on Disney and their different corporations, if you know what I mean. So I figured by looking into this fistbowl and sucking it randomly with my own energy that I pay for, you paid for, I could do the whole experience where you can be a master and spy on your targets.
You're an idiot. If you want to get the inside scoop on Disney, or even other media organizations, you should check out thatparkplace.com and subscribe to WDW Pro's YouTube channel. That'd be way easier, more accurate, and, less dumb.
Are you saying I won't get accurate information this way?
No, you can't.
Who'd have think?